Hello everyone, welcome back to Arpita Sharma classes. I am Arpita Sharma, your educator, and we are today conducting this prelims based mock test from the Pol Science NCERT of class 11th and class 12th. Class 11th and 12th की जो political science की आपकी NCERT है, उसमें से हम ये एक छोटा सा टेस्ट आपके लिए लेकर आए हैं. There will be 20 questions in this test. Each question will be of 2 marks. That means 40 marks का आपका ये टेस्ट होगा. Negative marking will be of 0.33 marks. Same on the lines of prelims we are going to conduct this test. All right, so I hope you all are ready. Through this test you can also revise your Pol Science NCERTs. Now starting with question number 1. सबसे पहले ना हम आपको क्वेश्चन बताएंगे, 5 सेकंड का टाइम देंगे सॉल्व करने के लिए क्वेश्चन को, एंड देन वी विल डिस्कस द आंसर. Question 1 is saying which of these is not a function of constitution. Read it again. Which of these is not a function of the constitution? इनमें से कौन सा constitution का function नहीं है? A. It gives a guarantee to the rights of citizen. B. It marks out different spheres of power for different branches of government. C. It ensures that good people come to power. D. It ensures freedom of expression with commonly shared values. You have 5 seconds time to answer this question. Please take out your pen and paper and mark your answer. ठीक है, अपना रजिस्टर या पेन एंड पेपर जिस पे भी आप सॉल्व कर रहे हो वो निकाल लीजिए और उसमें अपना आंसर मार्क कर लीजिए. So the correct answer here is C. We are going to look at the individual options. A is saying it gives a guarantee of the rights of citizen. That is the function of constitution. Yes, constitution guarantees the rights of the citizen. Constitution lists down the rights of the citizens. So A is correct option. It is a function. We have to identify which of them is not a function. So A to correct hai. This is correct. Second, it marks out different spheres of power for different branches of government. Again, this is also correct. We have the 3 organs which are listed in the constitution, the legislature, executive and the judiciary. And power of all of these organs are specified. So B is also, the function of constitution. C, it ensures that good people come to power. Now, how can a constitution ensure that only good people are coming to power? Constitution कैसे इंश्योर कर सकता है? Yes, Constitution lists down the eligibility, the qualification of a person to be elected, or the procedure to get elected. But if a person is good or not, how can the Constitution know that? So C is not the function. C आपका function नहीं है. D is the function of Constitution. Yes, it ensures freedom of expression. तो यहाँ पर C आपका correct answer हो जाएगा. C will be your correct option. Okay? तो यहाँ पर answer is C. यहाँ पर आंसर आपका C है. Coming on to question number 2. Please give yourself the score if the answer is correct. If you have marked it correctly, give yourself 2 marks. अगर नहीं correct mark किया है तो negative marking start हो गई है. ठीक है? Question 2. Which of the following is a good reason to conclude that authority of constitution is higher than that of parliament? इसमें से reason दिए गए हैं. कौन सा reason सही है ये conclude करने के लिए finally कि constitution parliament से ऊपर है? Constitution was framed before Parliament came into being. Second option. The Constitution makers were more eminent leaders than the members of Parliament. C option. Constitution specifies how Parliament is to be formed and what are its powers. D option. Constitution cannot be amended by Parliament. Now, I am giving you 5 seconds time. Very easy question. Take your time and mark your answer in your sheet of paper. 5 सेकंड का टाइम है. करेक्ट आंसर ओवर हियर इज, यहाँ पर आपका करेक्ट आंसर है सी. वाई आंसर सी? वाई ऑप्शन सी इज करेक्ट? Because over here D option is absolutely incorrect. Constitution cannot be amended. No, it can be amended by the Parliament. Okay, both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha's approval is taken, President's approval is taken. But yes, it can be amended. There are so many amendments which have been made. कितने सारे amendment आए हैं Constitution में, तो ये तो गलत हो गया. Constitution specifies how Parliament is to be formed and what are its powers. That is correct. Constitution में तो specified है कि Parliament के 2 हाउस होते हैं, लोकसभा, राज्यसभा, कैसे दोनों हाउसेस को बनना है, constitute करना है, powers क्या होते हैं members के. C is correct, and that is why Constitution has more authority than the Parliament. Even the judiciary looks up to the Constitution. The executive and legislature looks up to the Constitution before making any laws, because the rights which are mentioned in the Constitution have to be followed. A and B तो absolutely गलत हो गए. ये क्या बात हुई? Constitution makers ज़्यादा eminent leaders हैं. This is not a competition to compare, right? Now coming on to the next important point. Question number 3. Consider the following statements about a constitution and you have to highlight that which one of the above statement is true. इसमें से कौन सा statement true है? True false question. Constitutions are written documents about formation and power of government. Constitution exist and are required only in democratic countries. Constitution is a legal document that does not deal with ideals and values. Constitution gives its citizens a new identity. Which statement is true? कौन सा statement इसमें correct है आपका? ये आपको बताना है. You have 5 seconds time to answer the question. Alright, so the correct answer over here is, यहाँ पर correct answer है. Let's look at the options. देखो option number 1 कह रहा है Constitution are written documents about formation and power of government. That is correct. ये तो बिल्कुल correct है. ये written document है. Government कैसे बननी है, क्या power government के पास होनी चाहिए, ये बताता है. Second statement is saying constitutions exist and are required only democratic country. तो ये तो आपका गलत हो गया. Because constitution basically specifies what are the rules, regulations, how the government has to be formed, what are the rights given to the citizens, etc. तो ये तो जरूरी नहीं है सिर्फ democratic countries में ही बनेगा, ठीक है? And they do not exist, they are framed. So second statement is wrong. Second statement यही गलत हो गया आपका. Second is wrong. That means B will be eliminated, C will be eliminated. Third, a constitution is a legal document. Yes, correct. That does not deal with ideals and values. Again, incorrect. यहाँ तक तो स्टेटमेंट सही है, लीगल डॉक्यूमेंट है. बट येस, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन डील्स विद द आइडियल्स एंड वैल्यूज लाइक फेडरलिज्म, लाइक लिबर्टी, फ्रेटर्निटी, इक्वालिटी. दीज आर ऑल आइडियल्स एंड वैल्यूज विच आर लिस्टेड इन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. So third option is incorrect. A will be eliminated. So even without looking at option 4, you can conclude answer is D. ठीक है, तो यहाँ पर आंसर हो गया आपका D. Coming on to the fourth question. Consider the following statements with inferences about making the Indian Constitution. Constituent Assembly did not represent Indian people since it was not elected by all citizens. Constitution making did not involve any major decision since there was a general consensus among leaders at that time about its basic framework. There was little originality in Constitution, for much of it was borrowed from other countries. Now here, which inference is correct you have to identify. इसमें से कौन सा inference correct है ये आपको identify करना है. देखो, in this question first inference is wrong. This is saying that Constituent Assembly did not represent Indian people since it was not elected by all citizens. That is wrong, because Constituent Assembly was elected by members of provincial legislative assemblies and members from every province and religious group were given representation in the assembly. So that is wrong. पहला तो statement आपका गलत ही हो गया. That means A will be eliminated, B will be eliminated, D will be eliminated. You are automatically left with option C using elimination method. यहाँ पर आपने use कर लिया cleverly elimination का method. ठीक है? Now option number 2 is saying constitution making did not involve any major decision since there was a general consensus among leaders. Is it correct? क्या ये correct है? That is also wrong because there were arguments, there were queries on most of the provisions. Okay, there were debates. हमने पढ़ा था NCERT में कि कितने debates होते थे. After 166 days, the constitution was finally framed. So second statement is wrong. Did not involve any major decision. No, debates हुए हैं, हर provision पे debate हुए हैं. ऐसे ही थोड़ी provision बना लिए हैं. General consensus हर एक में थोड़ी था. फिर constitution, फिर democracy किस बात की हुई, right? So this is common sense which you have to use. यहाँ पर तो आपको this is pure common sense based question. यहाँ पर तो आपको कोई bookish knowledge की जरूरत भी नहीं है. Common sense based question है. Constituent Assembly did not represent Indian people. That is wrong because provincial legislative members के members elected members यहाँ थे. ठीक है? Then did not involve any major decision because there was general consensus. No, we know that debate is a part of our parliament. So how can you conclude that constitution में debate नहीं हुए होंगे? Right. Third, there was little originality in constitution for much of it was borrowed from other countries. Now this inference is correct. Why? Because yes, we have borrowed certain provisions from US constitution, Canadian constitution, Irish constitution, French constitution, British constitution. So third statement inference is correct. यहाँ पर third inference आपका यहाँ पर correct है. So C is the correct answer over here. ठीक है, sorry यहाँ पर आप लिख दो इसको. C is the correct answer. Answer is C. So I hope आपने इस question को गलत नहीं किया होगा. I am positively hoping that you might not have marked this question incorrectly because this was the most easiest question in the entire paper. Purely common sense based था. Question 5. Consider the following statements. Bill of Rights lays down the rights enjoyed by the people of a country. Bill of Rights protects liberty of an individual. Every country in the world has a Bill of Rights. Constitution guarantees remedy against violation of rights. अब आपको बताना है इसमें से कौन सा स्टेटमेंट ट्रू है. You have 5 seconds time to answer this question. 5 सेकंड का आपके पास टाइम है इस क्वेश्चन को आंसर करने के लिए. जल्दी से बताएं कौन सा ऑप्शन इसके अंदर आपका करेक्ट होगा. ऑल राइट, टाइम इज अप. स्टेटमेंट नंबर 1 हम देख लेते हैं. बिल ऑफ राइट्स लेज डाउन राइट्स एंजॉयड बाय पीपल ऑफ अ कंट्री. करेक्ट. राइट्स का एक ऐसा लिस्ट है जो बताता है क्या क्या सिटीजन्स के पास राइट्स हैं. फर्स्ट इज करेक्ट. फर्स्ट इज करेक्ट, दैट मीन्स यू हैव टू एलिमिनेट डी ऑप्शन. सेकंड आपका बोल रहा है बिल ऑफ राइट्स प्रोटेक्ट्स लिबर्टीज ऑफ एन इंडिविजुअल. दैट इज ऑल्सो करेक्ट. दे आर लिस्टिंग द राइट्स ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल्स, दे आर प्रोटेक्टिंग दोज राइट्स एंड लिबर्टीज. सेकंड इज करेक्ट, दैट मीन्स सी विल बी एलिमिनेटेड. थर्ड, एवरी कंट्री इन द वर्ल्ड हैज अ बिल ऑफ राइट्स. दैट इज रॉन्ग. हर कंट्री के पास थोड़ी बिल ऑफ राइट्स है. यूएस में आप देखोगे बिल ऑफ राइट्स है, बट इंडिया में बिल ऑफ राइट्स नहीं है. इंडिया में तो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में एवरीथिंग इज लिस्टेड, देयर इज नो सेपरेट बिल ऑफ राइट्स. ठीक है, तो थर्ड विल बी एलिमिनेटेड. बी एलिमिनेट हो गया आपका. ऑटोमेटिकली यू आर लेफ्ट विद ऑप्शन ए. तो यहाँ पर आपका करेक्ट आंसर हो जाएगा ए. ठीक है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन गारंटीज रेमेडी. यस, आर्टिकल 32 आप देखोगे रेमेडी दी हुई है वायोलेशन ऑफ राइट्स के अगेंस्ट. सो ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. कमिंग ऑन टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 6. Which of the following is the best description of fundamental rights? Fundamental rights का आपको description इसमें बताना है. कौन सा इसमें से best suited description है? All the rights an individual should have. All the rights are given by citizens to citizens by law. Rights are given and protected by constitution. Rights are given by constitution that cannot ever be restricted. ये तो automatically wrong हो गया. Yes, during emergency, during certain protocols, rights can be restricted. तो D तो आपका इसमें eliminate हो ही जाएगा. ठीक है, automatically by common sense you know yes, rights can be restricted. There is no absolute fundamental rights. Fundamental rights are not absolute. ठीक है, ये absolute थोड़ी होते हैं. इसको restrict किया जा सकता है during certain situations. Section 144 लग जाता है कभी कभी emergency की केस में. ठीक है, D will be eliminated. Now mark your answer. फटाफट से बताओ. So the correct answer over here is option A, saying all the rights an individual should have. सारे rights जो होने चाहिए. No. ठीक है, all the rights that individual requires to live a life of integrity and dignity. ये नहीं कि सारे rights जो हमें चाहिए, जो होने चाहिए सबके पास. नहीं, जो जरूरत है जिन rights की एक इज्जतदार लाइफ जीने के लिए, वो हमारे फंडामेंटल राइट्स है. तो ए विल बी एलिमिनेटेड. बी ऑप्शन इज सेइंग ऑल द राइट्स आर गिवन टू सिटीजंस बाय लॉ. लॉ सारे राइट्स जो देता है सिटीजन को वो सारे फंडामेंटल राइट्स हैं. नो, राइट. सर्टेन आर जस्ट मॉरल राइट्स विच आर नॉट लिस्टेड. कुछ ऐसे मॉरल राइट्स होते हैं जो लिस्टेड नहीं होते. फॉर एग्जाम्पल दोज राइट्स लिस्टेड इन डीपीएसपीज. ठीक है, वो फंडामेंटल राइट्स नहीं हुए. तो बी विल बी एलिमिनेटेड. C is the correct answer over here. The rights are given and protected by constitution or the fundamental rights. जो constitution देता है, protect करता है, वो fundamental rights हैं. So here answer will be C. Coming on to question number 7. Which of the following is a correct interpretation of cultural and educational rights? जो cultural और educational rights मिले हैं लोगों को, इसमें से कौन सा वो आप correct इसका interpretation है? Only children belonging to minority group that has opened educational institutions can study there. तो यहाँ पर देखो वर्ड आ गया only. Only word is a very extreme word. ये तो आपका पढ़ के ही गलत हो जाता है. सिर्फ उसी पर्टिकुलर माइनॉरिटी ग्रुप के बच्चे अपने माइनॉरिटी इंस्टीट्यूशंस में पढ़ सकते हैं. नहीं, ओनली गलत हो गया. बी ऑप्शन, गवर्नमेंट स्कूल्स मस्ट इंश्योर दैट चिल्ड्रन ऑफ माइनॉरिटी ग्रुप विल बी इंट्रोड्यूस्ड टू देयर बिलीव्स एंड कल्चर. तो कल्चरल एंड एजुकेशनल राइट्स की बात हो रही है. गवर्नमेंट स्कूल मस्ट इंश्योर, तो ये इसका पार्ट नहीं होता है. This is just a moral responsibility of the government, okay, but it's not a part of your cultural and educational rights. Next, linguistic and religious minorities can open schools for their children and keep them reserved for them. Yes, article 29 and we have studied article 29 right in our Hindu newspaper analysis also. तो यहाँ पर वो आ जाता है. C is the correct answer. ठीक है, C यहाँ पर आपका correct answer हो जाएगा. So here 7th question का correct answer will be C. Question 8. Which of the following is a violation of fundamental rights? इसमें से किस से fundamental rights violate किए जा सकते हैं? Not paying minimum wage, banning of a book, Banning of loudspeaker after 9 p.m. Making a speech. Which of the following is a violation of fundamental right? Making a speech, how is it a violation of fundamental right? This is wrong. Banning of loudspeaker after 9 p.m. No, this is protection of the rights. Okay. तो लाउड स्पीकर को बैन करना 9 बजे के बाद ये फंडामेंटल राइट्स का वायोलेशन नहीं है बिल्कुल भी, क्योंकि फंडामेंटल राइट्स आर नॉट एब्सोल्यूट. इफ यू आर causing somebody else disturbance and problem, that not is not going to give you liberty to in that case to follow your right or perceive your right. B option, banning a book, no. For the safety or security of the nation, to maintain the integrity of nation, government can do that. Not paying minimum wages is a violation of fundamental right. A is the correct answer. तो आंसर यहाँ पर इसका हो जाएगा A. All right. Coming on to question number 9. Which of the following resembles most a direct democracy? Now they are asking इसमें से कौन से ऑप्शन डायरेक्ट डेमोक्रेसी को रिप्रेजेंट करता है? A. Discussion in a family meeting. B. Is election of class monitor. C. Choice of candidate by a political party. D. Decisions are taken by Gram Sabha. Very easy question. Here you need to understand about direct democracy, where citizens directly participate in the decision making process. तो यहाँ पर closest answer क्या होगा? You have 5 seconds time to identify the closest answer. Now before we come to the answer, here we need to understand the meaning of direct democracy. Direct democracy is also known as pure democracy. Direct democracy को ना हम pure democracy भी बोलते हैं. ठीक है, it is also known as pure democracy, and it is a form of democracy in which electorate decides on policy initiatives without representatives. Right now in our nation we use our representatives, right? हम representatives को ही तो वोट देते हैं ना, but direct democracy में ना electorate से directly participate in the decision making process without electing their representatives as proxies. Okay. Now here the correct answer would be, यहाँ पर आपका correct answer क्या होगा 9th question का? It would be D. Decisions taken by Gram Sabha, because in Gram Sabha directly people are involved in the decision making process. They do not go and elect their representatives, and their representatives then they make decisions through their representatives. ऐसा नहीं होता. It is a direct democracy where people directly participate in all the decisions that are to be taken. Now here क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 की बात आ जाती है. विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग टास्क आर नॉट परफॉर्म्ड बाय इलेक्शन कमीशन? नॉट परफॉर्म. ऑफन टाइम्स ना स्टूडेंट्स दे मिस ऑन टू रीड द क्वेश्चन केयरफुली, सो यू हैव टू रीड द क्वेश्चन वेरी केयरफुली. इसमें से कौन से टास्क इलेक्शन कमीशन परफॉर्म नहीं करता? ठीक है, तो फर्स्ट हो जाएगा आपका टास्क यहाँ पर प्रिपेयरिंग द इलेक्टोरल रोल्स. सेकेंड, नॉमिनेटिंग द कैंडिडेट्स. थर्ड, सेटिंग अप पोलिंग बूथ्स. फोर्थ, इम्प्लीमेंटिंग मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट. कौन सा टास्क इलेक्शन कमीशन के द्वारा नहीं किया जाता? सो बाय यूजिंग कॉमन सेंस ऑल्सो वी कैन एलिमिनेट ऑप्शन डी, इम्प्लीमेंटिंग मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट, बिकॉज दिस इज परफॉर्म्ड बाय इलेक्शन कमीशन. इलेक्शन कमीशन मॉडल कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट ड्यूरिंग इलेक्शंस रिलीज करता ही है, ठीक है, विच द पार्टीज हैव टू फॉलो. देन सेटिंग अप पोलिंग बूथ्स, यस इट इज परफॉर्म्ड बाय इलेक्शन कमीशन. ये तो इलेक्शन कमीशन का काम है ही कि जब इलेक्शंस होते हैं तो पोलिंग बूथ्स कौन सी कॉन्स्टिट्यूएंसीज में लगनी है, दिस इज डिसाइडेड बाय इलेक्शन कमीशन. ओके. नॉमिनेटिंग कैंडिडेट्स, नो दिस इज नॉट डन बाय इलेक्शन कमीशन, दिस इज डन बाय द पार्टीज. ओके, तो पार्टीज जो है वो अपने कैंडिडेट्स को यहाँ पर नॉमिनेट करके सामने रखती हैं. Preparing electoral rolls, this is done by election commission. So correct answer will be B. Nominating the candidate is the task which is not performed by the election commission. Coming on to question number 11. Before we move ahead, here's a very quick announcement for all of you. Unacademy is coming up with UPSC CSE Notes 2.0, wherein Unacademy, if you take your subscription on Unacademy, you will be provided with 20 comprehensive UPSC CSE GS books with Plus and Iconic subscription. अगर आप Plus का Iconic subscription लेते हो तो आपको यहाँ पर Unacademy 20 GS comprehensive books provide करेगा, which is going to cover every topic in your syllabus from prelims to mains, and it will integrate UPSC mains PYQs with solutions, timelines and mind maps. This is very important. अगर आपके पास charts, timelines, mind maps होते हैं ना, flow charts होते हैं, तो that eases your preparation, and also your last minute revision. So they are providing that also. Contemporary current affairs and all the issues are also covered. तो अगर आप Unacademy Plus की subscription जुलाई 29 से पहले लेते हो ना, तो आपको यहाँ पर 20% डिस्काउंट भी मिल रहा है Unacademy Plus पर. Plus in this subscription we are covering pre, mains and optional की तैयारी, test series, answer writing sessions, PYQs with solution, 20 GS books and doubt clearing sessions as well. तो यहाँ पर you are going to get 10% extra discount on your subscription on Unacademy Plus. वैसे ही 20% ऑफ किया हुआ है सभी सब्सक्रिप्शन पर, 10% का एक्स्ट्रा डिस्काउंट अगर आप कोड यूज करोगे अर्पिता 10, सब कुछ सिर्फ 55,000 में. ये काफी अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है आपके लिए. प्लस वी प्रोवाइड एन अनअकैडमी लोन फॉर यूपीएससी सीएसई एज वेल, wherein you can get 0% EMI पे loan for your preparation on Unacademy. So make sure that you take your subscription jaldi se. The links are given below in the description box and you can call on this number as well for more details. Question number 11 पे आते हैं. Which of the following is common to the method of election of the members of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha? Every citizen above the age of 18 is an eligible voter. A voter can give preference orders for different candidates. Every vote has equal vote. Winner must get more than half the votes. कौन से इसमें से ऑप्शन कॉमन है इलेक्शन मेथड ऑफ राज्यसभा एंड लोकसभा में? Elections are conducted in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Which of them is common to both the elections? देखो here voter can give preference, that is wrong. ये तो presidential elections में होता है, राज्य सभा के इलेक्शन में, लोक सभा में नहीं होता है ये. ठीक है, we can see this in your presidential elections. So B is not common. B आप eliminate कर सकते हो यहाँ पर. Now here every vote has equal vote, नहीं, ऐसा भी यहाँ पर नहीं है. राज्यसभा में बिल्कुल डिफरेंट हो जाता है. Winner must get more than half the votes, ना, this is also wrong. ठीक है, it is also not common. लोकसभा में तो ऐसा नहीं है. Now correct answer would be, यहाँ पर correct answer आपका हो जाएगा A. यहाँ पर here correct answer would be A. ठीक है, every citizen above the age of 18 is an eligible voter. Yes, this is common to both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Coming on to question number 12, in the first past the post system, candidate is declared the winner who secures largest number of postal ballots, belongs to the party that has highest number of votes in country, has more votes than any other candidate in constituency, attains first position by securing more than 50% vote. Very easy question. फर्स्ट पास द पोस्ट सिस्टम पे काफी द हिंदू न्यूज़पेपर में ना एडिटोरियल्स भी आए हैं, एंड प्लस इट इज अ पार्ट ऑफ योर क्लास 12th की एनसीईआरटी, पॉल साइंस एनसीईआरटी. ठीक है, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एट वर्क. सो यू हैव 5 seconds टाइम टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. जल्दी से बताओ. फर्स्ट पास्ट द पोस्ट सिस्टम विच इज वेरी फेमसली यूज्ड इन इंडिया ऑल्सो. हियर द करेक्ट आंसर वुड बी, यहाँ पर आपका करेक्ट आंसर होगा, वेरी गुड, इट इज सी. Here the candidate is declared the winner who has more votes than any other candidate in the constituency, who crosses the line first past the post system. C would be the correct answer over here. All right. Question 13 पे आते हैं. Question 13 is saying a parliamentary executive means executive where there is a parliament, executive elected by parliament, where the parliament functions as executive. Executive is dependent on the support of majority in the parliament. क्वेश्चन 13 का सही आंसर क्या है? जल्दी बताओ. पार्लियामेंट्री एग्जीक्यूटिव क्या होता है? व्हाट एग्जैक्टली इज ए पार्लियामेंट्री एग्जीक्यूटिव? यू हैव 5 seconds टाइम टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. सो द करेक्ट आंसर ओवर हियर विल बी, यहाँ पर आपका करेक्ट आंसर क्या होगा? हियर द करेक्ट आंसर वुड बी एग्जीक्यूटिव. It would be यहाँ पर D. Executive is dependent on support of majority in parliament, because parliamentary executive are the leaders that are selected from the ruling party to lead the bureaucracy and create policy for the government. So here executive is dependent on support of majority in the parliament because it derives its authority from the parliament. Executive अपनी authority parliament से derive करता है. ठीक है, so D is the correct answer over here. यहाँ पर आपका correct answer हो जाएगा D. The question number 14 is very easy. Here the question is saying which of the following statements is or are correct. This question has been taken from the chapter Legislature of the class 11th NCERT Indian Constitution at Work. So here कौन सा statement correct है आपको बताना है. In a parliamentary democratic system, people's representatives are accountable to the people through executives. Bicameralism, where both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha exist, is mandatory feature of parliamentary system of government. So here the correct answer, देखो second is wrong. We have started already in the chapter legislature in our YouTube channel Arpita's NCERT Kaksha that bicameralism and unicameralism both can exist in our country, right? It is not a mandatory feature. तो यहाँ पर आपका second option तो wrong है, तो ये दो आपके निकल जाएंगे. Looking at the first option, it's saying in a parliamentary democratic system, people's representatives are accountable to people through executive. लोगों के representative लोगों की तरफ accountable हैं executives के through. That is also not correct, because in a parliamentary democratic system, the people's representatives are accountable to the people through legislature, not through executive. एक डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम में, पार्लियामेंट्री डेमोक्रेटिक सिस्टम में लेजिस्लेचर के थ्रू हमारे रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स हमें आंसर करते हैं, पार्लियामेंट के थ्रू. द लेजिस्लेचर हेल्प्स पीपल इन होल्डिंग द रिप्रेजेंटेटिव्स अकाउंटेबल. सो स्टेटमेंट 1 इज आल्सो रॉन्ग. तो ए ऑप्शन भी आपका हट जाएगा. करेक्ट आंसर हियर वुड बी डी. ओके, coming on to question number 15. Consider the following statements about Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha basically represents states of India. Elected member of state legislative assembly elect the members of Rajya Sabha. Number of Rajya Sabha members a state can send depends on its population. कौन सा statement इसमें आपका correct है? Now going by statement number 1, Rajya Sabha basically represents state of India. देखो, this statement is correct. Rajya Sabha means council of states. राज्य सभा का मतलब क्या होता है? काउंसिल ऑफ स्टेट्स ही होता है ना इसका मतलब. सो यस, इट रिप्रेजेंट्स द स्टेट्स ऑफ इंडिया. Each of the two houses of parliament has different basis of representation and Rajya Sabha represents the states. सेकेंड स्टेटमेंट की तरफ आते हैं. ठीक है, स्टेटमेंट नंबर 2, रेजिडेंट्स ऑफ द स्टेट, इधर कह रहे हैं इलेक्टेड मेंबर ऑफ एसएलए इलेक्ट द मेंबर्स ऑफ राज्यसभा. अगेन दिस स्टेटमेंट, यहाँ पर ये स्टेटमेंट भी आपका करेक्ट है, बिकॉज हियर इनडायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस टेक प्लेस. यहाँ पर जो स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली के इलेक्टेड मेंबर्स हैं वो राज्यसभा के मेंबर्स को इलेक्ट करते हैं. ठीक है, इन लोकसभा वी सी द डायरेक्ट इलेक्शंस. ठीक है, वेयर द सिटीजंस डायरेक्टली पार्टिसिपेट इन द इलेक्शंस, बट हियर इट इज इनडायरेक्ट. तो सेकंड बी सही है आपका, यानी कि सी विल बी eliminated, B will be eliminated. ठीक है, थर्ड ऑप्शन देखते हैं. नंबर ऑफ राज्यसभा मेंबर्स स्टेट कैन सेंड डिपेंड्स ऑन इट्स पॉपुलेशन. नाउ नंबर ऑफ राज्यसभा मेंबर्स, yes it depends on its population. Number of elected seat changes as the states are merged it or bifurcated or new ones are created, so the number of seats also change depending on that. So third statement is also correct. Correct answer would be, answer is D. यहाँ पर correct answer आपका D हो जाएगा. Alright, very easy question, काफी easy question था ये. Coming on to question number 16. Consider the following statements. Members of Rajya Sabha are elected from a term of 5 years. Every 2 years, 1/4 members of Rajya Sabha complete their terms. Rajya Sabha is known as permanent house of parliament. Yes, third statement is correct. Because here Rajya Sabha को permanent house क्यों बोला जाता है? Because it is never fully dissolved. That तो we all know because we read the Hindu newspaper daily. हम newspaper पढ़ते हैं, हमें इतना तो पता है कि राज्य सभा is never fully dissolved. कभी भी पूरी तरीके से तो dissolve होती नहीं है राज्यसभा. ठीक है, why? Because बेसिकली 1/4 जब इसके मेंबर्स आपके 1/3 मेंबर्स जब इसके अपना टर्म कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं हर 2 साल बाद, तो नई इलेक्शंस होते हैं. ठीक है, सारे मेंबर्स एक टाइम पर अपना टर्म कंप्लीट नहीं करते. तो थर्ड स्टेटमेंट इज करेक्ट. ओके, थर्ड इज करेक्ट, दैट मींस ए विल बी एलिमिनेटेड. सेकंड स्टेटमेंट इज सेइंग एवरी 2 years 1/4 मेंबर्स ऑफ राज्यसभा कंप्लीट देयर टर्म्स. नो, इट इज 1/3. ठीक है, तो आपका सेकंड स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट नहीं है. Second statement is wrong. That means B will be eliminated, D will be eliminated. Correct option using elimination method is C. यहाँ पर हमने elimination method use किया अपनी knowledge से. ठीक है, first statement is यहाँ पर correct. So even if you have read about राज्य सभा, थोड़ा सा आपके brain में कहीं ना कहीं registered होगा, तो आप elimination technique भी use कर सकते हैं. Question number 17. Consider the following statements with respect to function of parliament. Very easy question because we read the newspaper daily, so we know how to answer the question on a parliament because parliament every day is in news. Constituent function, the parliament is basically the power of discussing and enacting changes to the constitution. Electoral function of parliament are associated with election of legislative assembly and legislative council. Judicial function of parliament include removal of judges of high court and supreme court only. Which statement is not correct? They are asking कौन सा statement इसमें false है, wrong है. Now over here, यहाँ पर अगर हम देखें statement number 1 की तरफ देखते हैं, constituent function of parliament, यहाँ पर the की जगह of है. ठीक है, it is of parliament is basically the power of discussing and enacting changes. So this statement, is it correct or wrong? Because we have to find the incorrect statement. हमको तो incorrect statement निकालनी है ना. क्या ये statement गलत है? This statement is Not wrong, it is correct. This is the constituent function ki discuss the bills and the changes which are recommended in the constitution. Going on to the next statement, they are saying electoral function of parliament are associated with election of legislative assembly and legislative council. See, the constituent power of both the houses are same. Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, both the houses, they have the same constituent power. And all the constitutional amendments have to be approved by a special majority of both Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Electoral functions की जब बात करते हैं, this was the constituent function. When we talk about the electoral function, here they are associated with the election of president and vice president only. Parliament का भी recently presidential elections were conducted, so you must have studied about it and you must know, if you have studied about it with discipline, कि यहाँ पर president के and vice president के elections ही conduct होते हैं electoral functions में. So second statement is wrong. A will be eliminated, C and D will be eliminated. Correct answer would be B. Both second and third statement are incorrect. Judicial functions High Court और Supreme Court तक limited है क्या? नहीं, they are also applicable in the case of removal of president, removal of vice president, removal of judges of Supreme Court and High Court. So only statement यहाँ पर गलत हो गया. Only statement की वजह से statement पूरा गलत हो गया. Now, I am expecting कि you all are very seriously preparing for this exam. You are not taking it lightly. And if you are seriously preparing, you must have studied about parliament during the entire 1 month presidential election period. अभी जो 1 month का ही द्रौपदी मुर्मू मैम का और यशवंत सिन्हा सर के बीच में जो ये कंपटीशन हो रहा था, ये इलेक्शंस चल रहे थे, तो उस दौरान मैं एक्सपेक्ट करती हूँ कि आप लोग डिसिप्लिन में रहकर पार्लियामेंट और प्रेसिडेंशियल इलेक्शंस को अच्छे से पढ़ रहे थे. और अगर आपने पढ़ा है तो वो स्टूडेंट्स इस क्वेश्चन को बहुत सही तरीके से मार्क करेंगे. करेक्ट आंसर यहाँ पर आपका क्या हो जाएगा? इट वुड बी डी. Correct answer would be B. Going on to question number 18. Question number 18 is saying which of the following, यहाँ पर ये कह रहा है question that which of the following statements is or are correct. कौन सा statement इसमें आपका correct है? Council of Ministers is responsible to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both. Rajya Sabha can initiate, reject or amend money bills. Very easy question. Select the correct answer. इसमें से आपको correct answer बताना है. देखो, when we look at statement number 1, it is saying Council of Ministers is responsible to Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha both. No, it is responsible only to Lok Sabha, not to Rajya Sabha. Council of Ministers, PM का जो कैबिनेट है वो लोक सभा को ही आंसरेबल है, रिस्पॉन्सिबल है, राज्य सभा को नहीं. ठीक है, तो this is wrong. We have to identify the correct one. A will be eliminated, C will be eliminated. Statement 2 is saying Rajya Sabha can amend, initiate, reject the money bills. देखो, we know that as per the money bill, the Rajya Sabha can either approve the bill or can suggest changes, but Rajya Sabha cannot reject it, or Rajya Sabha cannot initiate it or amend it. It can only, give suggestions or for changes in the bill. It can only approve the bill. So second statement is also wrong. D will be the correct answer. Second statement भी यहाँ पर आपका गलत है. D आपका correct answer है. Now one of the most easiest question in this entire test. सबसे easy question आपका इस test में आ रहा है. Directive principles of state policy have been taken from which of the following constitution? इसमें से कौन से constitution से हमने directive principle of state policy का feature लिया है? Irish constitution, French constitution, Canadian constitution और the British constitution. Correct answer यहाँ पर क्या होगा? जल्दी से बताओ. Very good. It has been taken from, yes, it was borrowed from the the Irish Constitution of 1937. A is the correct answer. यहाँ पर एक correct answer है आपका. ठीक है. And Irish Constitution had copied DPSP from the Spanish Constitution. Okay, please write it down कि Irish Constitution ने भी इसको copy किया था Spanish Constitution से. ठीक है. Last question for today, question 20. Which of the following provisions of Indian Constitution has been taken from French Constitution? First past the post system, parliamentary form of government, charter of fundamental rights, principles of liberty, equality and fraternity. Very easy. France में जब revolution हुआ था, when the French revolution took place, there we saw the slogans of liberty, equality and fraternity. So very easy question, very easy question. D is the correct answer. ठीक है, यहाँ पर आपका डी हो जाएगा करेक्ट आंसर. इन आवर वर्ल्ड हिस्ट्री लेक्चर वी स्टडीड दिस इन द फ्रेंच रेवोल्यूशन चैप्टर. So this is your test for today. ये था आपका टेस्ट. Now you have to let me know your scores in the comment section. Be very honest while calculating your scores.